Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I'm Chemda, and congratulations. I'm Dating Your Mom is out. Keith has been dating your mom for months, and now you get to figure out, who is this mom? Is it you?
Keith has been dating your mom, and you figure out who is this mom.
Yes.
The new album is out, and this show was recorded before the album actually came out. So I'm going to practice The Secret and go, yay!
Yay!
That is great news. Thank you.
Yay!
Let's not get too specific. It's great news. Ladies and gentlemen, today's guests. First off, featured in the Bridgetown Comedy Festival and the Just for Laughs Festival, Comedy Central, True TV. Host probably Hemda's favorite show to go out and see, right? At least weekly. Too Many Cooks.
Hell yeah. I'm there every week.
JP McDade. How you doing?
I'm so confused by everything you were just talking about, but all I got to say is just stay away from my mom.
Okay, that's fair.
That's the bottom line.
I follow JP on Twitter, of course. He wrote, comedian parties are where you find out who's really having social anxiety and who's faking the funk. So true. Well, I think that is true. You see it on social media. It's the coolest thing to be the most awkward. And then when you see him in person, it's like, nah, you're faking. You're not really.
I don't buy it.
Yeah. Bianca Brady is here from the Hot Mess Comedy Hour last week on Keith and the Girl. She's the host of that. And the podcast, Whitey Puzzleman's Crossword Hour. How you doing, Bianca?
Great. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you very much.
Thanks for letting me out from behind the paywall again.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Well, people love you. You know that, right?
Well,
They care for you.
yeah, they do.
Tonight we'll be recording an all-new Last Week. And Bianca does a fabulous job and so much to talk to about last week.
So much happened last week.
We had on Carmen Lynch. We talked about the Little Mermaid racial outrage. We talked about my spa weekend.
Yeah,
right?
I really want to get into that.
Both upsetting topics.
We had on Overwatch's Lucy Pohl, and we talked about me and my dad talking to each other, but this time me as me.
Yeah. It really heated up this week.
Yeah, Wendy Starling, Adventures in Sugar Babying.
We got to get into it.
Ross Perot, the first real vote I ever made in my life.
Talk about a sugar baby.
Yeah. Dan Lamort describing, and Hemda was describing the Beatles movie yesterday.
Hemda saw a movie.
Shocking.
Marquee news.
Hemda explained Pepe Le Pew to Dan, who never heard of.
No, I felt very ancient and old when I heard him say, I don't know that.
Do you know it, JP?
Of course.
Yeah?
Who doesn't know? There's an age where people don't know Pepe
Yeah.
Le Pew.
Younger than me.
That's how I learned about consent.
Right.
People need to know Pepe Le Pew.
Like, if you were a skunk and you wanted to rape another skunk, that's fine. But if it's a cat,
Yeah.
It's just weird.
that seems like it's a skunk.
That's over the line.
And, of course, Chucky and Stepson plans were being made that day.
I'm so excited.
So
You guys gotta pay for this bonus content, okay? I'm right there every week.
Did you guys get caught at all in the Manhattan blackout yesterday? I did.
You did?
Yes.
For real?
Took me hours to get home.
Yeah, you brought it up on yesterday's show, but we didn't get into it. I thought that it took Keith hours to get home because it just takes him that long because he gets lost. And
This didn't help.
he was going from Brooklyn to Queens, which is a rarity. In
He just
Keith's
gets
world.
on a train
Yes.
and just figures it out.
But you know what's annoying is we know he's gonna get lost. But so right before we separate, we're all going in different directions. We're all looking up where Keith is going, not where we're going, where Keith is going. And then if we disagree, like, oh wait, is that 7th Avenue or 7th Street? He's like, I can't. And we're like, oh yeah, sure, go fuck yourself.
I'm trying to find people for a barbecue in the park. Hemda's already there. And I call and I go, how does every fucking street lead out of the park? It's like, where are you? Buildings! I'm buildings!
That's literally how I pick up the phone. He goes, oh, this is so great. What a fun day. Where are you, Keith?
Well, there's this blackout, and our mayor, de Blasio, happens to be in
Future
Iowa.
president.
Future president happens to be in Iowa campaigning. Now, what he would have done if he was in New York anyway, who knows?
He would have flipped the switch.
But it is bad timing.
He would have used his electric personality to fuel the whole damn city.
But it is some bad timing. You're like, you think you are supposed to be here. God forbid there's a second 9/11 and the mayor is campaigning for a whole nother job in another state. It's bad timing.
I do think it's weird that you have to campaign during your like while you're working.
Well, this is his second term. He could have a third term. Now, let's say he's not going to win as president. Then he's going to go for a third term in New York City and be like, no, I really want to be here. There was a misunderstanding. I didn't want all of it. I just want this one city. Vote for me again.
He lives in my neighborhood, or his house is there, and I see him almost every morning because he goes to the Y.
How's he feeling?
I'm just saying, if you have a message for him that you want me to
Maybe.
relay,
What time do you see him?
usually around 8:45.
He should be at work by 9. How does he go to the Y and then work by 9?
He goes to this little coffee shop, sometimes with his wife, sometimes alone. The security guys are outside.
He's got coffee shop time?
Yeah, and everybody in the neighborhood is kind of like rolling. We're all rolling our eyes together at him all the time. Like, come on, man.
I don't have...
Because like he's like performing regular guy stuff.
Yeah, he's just like doing mayor.
Right.
Like doing Mr. Mayor.
I want my mayor to be so busy he only has time for 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
I don't need him putting sugar and stuff.
Well, apparently when he's at the gym, he just texts the whole time.
Oh, yeah?
According to my spies. So.
That's
His
at
thumbs
least
are shredded.
Yeah.
He's so lean. It's not his real name, by the way.
De
Do we all know
Blasio?
that? Yeah. His name is Warren Wilhelm.
Stop
He
it.
changed it to Bill de Blasio to, like, I guess, sound more New Yorky.
Are you being serious?
I'm serious. Look on his Wikipedia.
Was that on TV ads, or did people think that's a low blow?
That will be. Oh, for sure that's going to come out. I mean, he's not going to
Yeah.
get anywhere in the presidential race, but someone will use that against him.
What's his name?
Warren Wilhelm.
How did we get to Bill de Blasio?
It's an anagram for salad blade. I don't know.
How is this possible?
I don't think I ever knew that.
He is very tall. I
That
will
is
say
a-
that
yeah.
for him.
I mean, I guess Wilhelm
man.
sounds snotty and people couldn't relate to it, but you still had to get tricky with it and go de
De
Blasio.
Blasio.
No, I had to live my life in New York with the name Chemda.
Right.
You need to learn how to deal. Actually, both my brothers changed their names and worked out pretty well for them. Everyone
Tony
said
Danza is one of them.
Oh, well.
Actually, my brother Andrew changed his name to Andrew. But he also changed his last name, so he changed it to Andrew Warner. But at first he was testing names, so he called himself Tom. So, but then Tom Warner, people thought that like
Time
the cable,
Warner.
yeah, they thought
Yep.
the cable guy was calling, so he
Wow.
switched it to Andrew.
They wouldn't pick up. Tom Warner here. Get me off your list. Click.
Yeah, and that's the whole point is when we with weird names call people, they're already annoyed at our name. So
And
it's-
then you tried Spectrum, and that didn't work.
You know, I'm kicked off the subway one of these, and
wait, so yeah, how did this work out? That's so scary. For did the train suddenly black out?
different trains at different times. Yeah, just stopped
Also,
running.
you know, you weren't supposed to go that route, but whatever, we'll work that out
Take
later.
us there, Keith. Smash cut to Keith.
I just know as soon as one subway made me take an actual bus, I get on the bus and they can't tell you fast enough. It's against the law to punch us. the announcements are saying the guy.
7 years in prison.
Right. They're like, oh, does this bus go through? You can't punch me. Federal crime to punch me. Everybody's angry.
So wait, so you got on the train and there was a reroute that was already in progress, having nothing to do with the blackout.
I wouldn't know, Hemda.
Oh,
Trains are going. I get on trains. JP wasn't exaggerating. I get on a train. It goes. It's the up train, the down train, and you go
Okay.
for it.
He just hears, dong, dong, and then he's gone. He just zones out.
But I see everybody upset too, and I'm like, all right,
And that's how you know how to feel.
right.
Oh, I'm mad too.
I thought I might punch this bus driver.
Well, this leads to this, Bianca. Your tweets.
I don't have tweets.
Well, I'm looking at something.
This is from 1,000 years ago.
Okay,
I
then
bet.
maybe it was a different you.
Okay.
But tell me if this is something you would have written.
Okay.
Tonight, I got into a verbal altercation with a middle-aged couple in a frozen yogurt shop. Things are looking up.
Yep, that happened.
Well, I can't picture you yelling at a stranger.
oh, she doesn't yell.
It was
That's what's the best about it.
It was a stern talking.
Okay.
You know, it was kind of a like, excuse me, you're holding up the line here. That kind of thing, as I recall. Now, this was several years ago.
Okay.
Do I still have the punch card in my wallet? Yes. Will I go back soon? Probably.
Right. And what'd they say? Thank you? Like, how'd it work out? Because you really don't know. Could
They
go,
were like, it's illegal to punch us.
I'm a person. It turns out it's all people.
Going back for just a second, Andrea's writing in. Bill de Blasio took his mother's family name because his father was largely absent from his life, a fact he has been open about throughout his time in public service. To suggest that there's anything wrong with changing one's name for deeply personal reasons is absurd. He declines to further comment. Okay, well, you're going to have to comment since you're a public servant.
It's Italian stolen valor, is what it is.
Yes.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't
Well, I
appreciate it.
kind of get that because I'm Bianca Brady, so it's like half Italian, half Irish. But I identify more with the Italian side.
But you didn't make up anything.
Anyone with the option is going to choose Italian over Irish. 100 times out of 100.
know, but
the
I
food's
can't.
better, the skin is better, everything's better.
I'm build the spaghetti. Like, okay, you're pushing it. You're not
I'll
just
change
changing
it
a
to
name.
Brady Bianca, maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
What's your background?
Irish.
Oh, there it is.
145%.
Yeah. Are you burning up in the sun?
I went to Yankee Stadium yesterday and I was out in the sun part and I only put on sunscreen before the game and I'm somehow not like blistering red. I don't know how it happened, but it's by some divine miracle. I'm not like
What's
dead.
the worst thing? What's the worst burn you had?
Oh, it's like 100-way tie. There's been many burns that are like, that is going to be cancer one day.
Really?
I got a sunburn at the beach one time when I was a kid, and I just scratched it a little bit, and then that led to it becoming even itchier and itchier over the course of the day, and I was like losing my mind for the rest of the day, just scratching and itching. Then it like blistered, and it's very bad.
What's it like for your whole race to have to run away from the sun?
It makes us very creative. I don't know.
It does seem like it's everywhere, right? The sun.
It's too much. Too damn much, de Blasio.
Oh,
Get
man.
back here and fix it.
Andrea's writing, my friend once had to peel my entire skin off my back.
No, Andrea, they didn't.
Oh.
They didn't have to.
They wanted to.
Right.
Come on. You can't trick us.
You guys see the video of Chris Morgan, the 5-foot
Oh, yeah.
gentleman that was in a bagel shop.
Oh,
and
that's my dad.
he starts going crazy because supposedly, this is what he's saying, nobody's corroborating, he's saying that the women behind the counter were laughing at his short stature.
Oh, boy.
And his short fuse made him go out because he's got to deal with this day in, day out.
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up?
On the camera, you can see JP has this memorized.
Where I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss.
Oh.
The Holy Trinity. Look, you can give me a hard time if you're my father, if you're God. I got another one. Or you're my boss. But you're not either of these three total strangers asking me to calm down.
You're just women in general.
Can I just clarify here, go on the record?
Yes.
I saw this video, and it's my favorite thing I've seen all year. It's so fun. I love this bit of content. I love the freak out. I'm not a fan of this guy as a person. I don't like him. I don't think he's a good dude. But this thing made me laugh so hard.
Well,
and I will not apologize for laughing
ironically,
at it.
to be clear, how tall are you?
Yeah.
6'7", but that's immaterial.
Interesting. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
He's looking down at him like, you're very
I was
funny.
his height once. Okay, so I can speak on these issues.
Smirk with the biting lip.
What? What's the biting lip?
They're smirking. They have to bite their lips so
means
they
to
don't
say
laugh at
biting their lip.
me.
Oh, well, you can take that a different way. Like, ow, you're so hot, I'm biting my lip.
He knows.
Your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You wanna-
now, this I loved. So he comes up to this guy. You only see the guy's back, but he's of normal stature. And he asked the guy, do you want to step outside? And I really...
Why was he, what did the guy do?
He says, dude, calm down.
Oh,
So he goes, dude, you want to step outside? The little guy.
And he's bucking him with his chest,
Yeah.
and his face is like in the guy's chest, and he's like, "I'm not scared of you."
Now, honestly, I would have said, yes, I would enjoy that very much.
Yeah, go out through the dog door. I'll kick your fucking ass.
Yes,
Tiny
please.
little-
Please let us go outside. May we?
Step outside. Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal. You shut up, too.
Enough,
No.
enough.
Go ahead and
Then he starts saying, you shut up, and then the guy that he was bucking jumps on top of him.
No, it's a different guy.
Oh, it's a different guy? Okay.
wait, what do you mean jumps on top of
He
him?
tackles him
From the air?
from
from his
normal
higher
human
height, I see.
Yeah.
A woman's videotaping this. You'll hear her voice.
Oh my god. I just wanted bagels.
I'll tell you who bothers me the most. The woman that just wanted bagels that was videotaping it. I just want a bagel. Oh, this is too much.
I relate to her more than anyone.
Now, you asked me about what my altercation in the yogurt shop was
Yes.
like.
Did it go down like
Yeah,
this?
it's very similar.
And by the way, keep the camera on. What? Now it's too much?
Well, someone else recorded from another angle.
Oh.
right after that happened, and he continued to freak out and berate everyone.
Did they let him up?
He was up. He was like running around, and then like someone escorted him out of the place.
What happened when that guy leaned on him and they fell? Did both of them fall? Was he being held down?
Yeah.
He kind of like threw him down by his head, like Pedro Martinez with that Yankees
Don Zimmer,
coach.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Chris Morgan, the newspaper says, quote, the 5'0" star
Oh, foul play.
is the name of the store, Bagel Boss?
Yes.
Okay. He's 45 years old. He owns a cleaning business,
Oh, he's a full-grown adult.
but he lives, no joke, in a van down by the river.
know.
He lives in a Chrysler Town & Country 2008 minivan close to Bayshore in
he
Long
could
Island.
he could live in a minivan.
Right. He
Yeah,
hates that you
duh.
call it a
It was
minivan.
in a
Done
two-story
with a
minivan.
joke. I love that.
He's like, it's just a van. Charge me full van prices. Well, you get a sale on minivan. Shut up. Are you biting your lip?
You know what? I kind of like him. I kind of am
Oh,
with
yeah?
him because he's not wrong. You know, everyone is laughing at him for being short.
You think they were? You work in a bagel store. You see all these people all the time. You see him, and he really, no pun, he
I'd be
stands
like,
out. And you're like,
I've rejected you on a dating site in general. You piece of shit.
he says that this helped make him famous, and he likes that it's bringing attention to his YouTube channel, where he has other rants on there as well. Surprise, some racist.
See, that's why I didn't click on the like. People sent me links to his YouTube channel. I
Right.
didn't click on him because I'm not going to give this guy views.
Right.
Oh, it's over. As soon as I heard his response, I'm like, oh, this is a reality show. This is what
Right.
everyone likes seeing.
He's going to get a flavor of love type.
Yes. Yeah,
Reality
and it's
series.
like, how do we feel okay with what we like as people? You know, like you didn't click on his YouTube, but you have this memorized. You found the other
It's
one.
so funny.
There's
It's so fucking funny. But someone
Oh,
messaged.
Andrea thinks that I'm high and mighty. As us as people. No, I'm including myself. Oh my God, Andrea.
Being used by women, he says, going on dates, they lie. They say they like me, and then they use me for my money.
Yep.
This is a manifesto of somebody about to shoot up a place.
There's tens of millions of views on this bagel one alone. And I see what you're saying. I didn't want to see more videos because I'm afraid it won't be as good as the original song.
Yeah.
But
He's a one-hit
what
wonder.
was he ordering, do you think?
Mini bagels.
He had some weird order. He was asking for like egg whites on some kind of whole wheat bagel.
Healthy.
And then like he got mad at the person behind the counter because she didn't get it or something. And he's like, this Indian girl didn't get it. I'm like, oh, okay. But
All right.
there we go.
She must have leaned in and go, I just didn't hear you, little boy. You want
Right.
to speak up?
Well, no joke. The place is offering you, if you bring up this video, just mention it, you get a free mini bagel.
Oh, they're going to go out of business.
Dang.
That's so funny and terrible.
I'm famous. A bunch of famous people are looking at my video, he said.
This is why I can't feel bad for him.
Right.
This is absolutely him believing that he deserves this much attention and believing that whatever the attention that he's getting is justified. His anger is justified. He's entertaining. He's not actually terrorizing people and being a little shit. He's entertaining us, and he's right. So, lesson learned.
He's right about women.
In general.
He has been in a psych ward in the past for 2 weeks. He says he doesn't have time to do that now.
Yeah. Well, he's busy.
Right.
Viral fame.
While the iron's hot, you
Yeah.
can't be relaxing
And
now.
the carpet business.
He
The
compared
van
hims-
maintenance.
He compares
eating
himself.
bagels.
That's right. He compares himself to Dr. Martin Luther King.
No, he doesn't.
You did.
Yeah.
Why? Because he also dreams?
He dreams of being 5'1".
He's like, he knows how to make the world a better place. He gets so riled up. He's in his van, and he'll drive, and he'll say, low ceiling, where on the highway, and he's like,
They asked his cleaning business to sponsor a local little league team, and he's like, "What kind of league?"
You know what I think? I think if they give him a reality show, that JP should be the co-person.
The host guy.
Well, like they always give him a little buddy.
Yeah, the
So
sidekick.
you're his big buddy
Yeah.
because you tower over.
I'll
and
pick him
that's-
up so we can talk to the ladies.
I mean, I don't like, I wish I was taller pretty much every day.
Yeah, so I could eat
So-
more.
Yeah. I really do.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I never thought about
You
that.
know,
way.
the privilege that you have.
Yeah.
You think one pizza goes to your ass? No, it goes to your
My
leg.
morning pizza kind of just dissipates.
I feel like I've tall person like delusions where I'm always like, oh yeah, I can help you get that down in a deli,
You're just
like
jumping.
getting paper towels for people. I
It's
can't
like
reach
dislocating a shoulder
Yeah.
trying to reach up.
it. Anyway, I get this guy.
We're the true underdogs of society, the tall.
Don't push it.
They don't tell you that. It's true. We're raised to be docile and gentle.
He says girls are hitting on him now because of this video. Yeah, okay.
Women in general.
All right, or it's guys fucking with you.
Oh.
Come on. You really think women are getting all wet? Others who live, let's see. They're interviewing people in his neighborhood, and they interview some homeless people that see him a lot, and all the homeless people are shitting on him.
That's kind of amazing. I thought they wouldn't care. They'd be like, yeah, I have other stuff to think about.
Right.
but-
He has a Napoleon complex real bad, said one homeless person. He
Yeah.
thinks he's on top of the world.
And he's homeless too, right? So he's part of this community.
He has a van.
So they're talking to his people.
Van full.
Mm-hmm. Morgan said he already filed a police report in which charges filed on the man that you see in the video. But wouldn't the judge just go, did you ask him to step outside? Because I think your rates
There
are
are
going.
elements of provocation there.
Oh, I'd love to fight this guy. You take the guy outside, and the way you fight him is you just keep picking him up and throwing him.
Oh my goodness.
Picture that. You pick him up, throw him, and then he comes towards you. His arms are flailing. You know, you can picture it. And then you just pick him up and you throw him again. And you just keep
Look at Andrea. She's so into when you're a shitty person in this way. She loves you.
No, see, you're confusing the situation. He's the asshole. He has to step outside. Now we go outside and pick him up and toss him.
Well, that's how big of a dick he was being in the bagel shop that he completely overshadowed what a dick the other guy is. Like, if you tackle somebody, I mean, you escalated it. You're being a dick too. But like in Long Island, that level of dickishness doesn't even register. Like, you need to go above and beyond.
Oh yeah.
Like this little man.
Are we in Long Island with this?
This
What
is
part?
of course.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry.
Like,
How
how
is there a
suffer-
question of where this is?
You know he's doing his voice like as he runs to you after the third throw.
I do think it shouldn't have gotten physical. There shouldn't have been an actual fight, but it is kind of perfect that he was like, oh, go ahead and attack me, and then couldn't even get the words out before he was being attacked. Like, that was kind of perfect comedy.
Pick, throw. I did it! And then he stomps a little bit. He's like, damn it! No!
It just turned into an animation. Oh my God. Andrea is so thrilled. She keeps writing it. I used to push Dustin over. This is
Her
the
boyfriend, though.
love of her life. But no, it goes on. When he would try and get out of bed, then he would try and get up. And again. Look how she's cracking up.
I don't know how you can stay excited about a man you can do that to, but I'd also happen to look down at you.
Wait, but you're not taller than Dustin, right? No. No, okay. But yeah, sure, yes. I would love for you to come. You're so elated. What's going on?
Oh my God, it was the best. So basically, he would
Don't be grabbing that.
he would try to get out of bed in the morning, and he's so so much skinnier than I am, and I'm very strong. So he would do his like, oh, I'm waking up, and then I would go up to him and I'd push him by the shoulders, and he'd fall over, and they'd be like, let's not start this again. I'd be like, oh, we're starting it again. And he'd try to get up, and then I'd push him over. I would do it like 4 or 5 times until he was tired, and then I would let him get up.
Such a weird form of S&M. Like, it's so uncomfortable.
It is strange.
I also used to make him carry me to prove that he could.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because you looked at him like a wink leg, and now you're like, now you have to lift some stuff up.
You're a monster.
I have to see it.
I would make him pick him. Okay.
Well,
My first boyfriend was skinnier than me. I think it gave me a complex
mm.
in high school.
Would you try to fatten him up?
Yeah, I was like, come on, man.
Like
The
a
hell?
feeder, right?
He was like really into unicycling, which burns a lot of calories, I guess.
Did you try to take it up?
What?
Did you try to learn unicycling?
No.
Okay. By the way, so I was saying how now, of course, there's videos of this guy being racist. Like, he's a real piece of shit. He wasn't just having a one-off.
Oh, really? The guy who just in general thinks that women are just pieces of shit also has comments about other colors and races and.
It's like, yeah, women suck across the board, but people of color are disenfranchised in this country.
Don't get me angry about equal rights.
Slavery never ended.
I saw his dating profile. There's like a hand. He's like reaching up. You can't really see him. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, but just lower the camera. I don't get
Yeah.
it. But it's weird. I saw, Donald Trump put out a tweet, and he's picking on 4 liberal congresswomen.
Yeah.
And surprised they
That
happen to be
tracks.
people of color. And he's saying, you know what, you have all these plans on making America better. Why don't you go back where you came from? That classic. Go back where you came from and fix those countries. Then come back here. That's the not so clever way of just flat out saying in front of a period, go back where you came from.
Of course.
That's yeah, of course. Never mind. By the way, 3 of these 4 women, they're from America. The 4th one we're guessing he's talking about is from Somalia.
Does he know that his wife has an accent?
Right.
They've never spoken.
Right, they text only.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah. I'm reading about the.
It's actually not bizarre. What am I talking about? This is so normal.
Right, but you're it's almost like my dad emails. You're surprised each time a
Yeah.
little bit, and then it's like, oh, the president just said, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say it like this. Go back where you came from. Go back to your own country. Okay, I'm reading about the Tennessee governor. He just made a proclamation to memorialize a KKK member, Governor Bill Lee.
Colonel Sanders.
Close. Nathan Bedford Forrest, a former Confederate general and early Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard.
Forrest Gump's namesake.
Right.
A grand wizard.
A Grand Wizard. Let's
That's
take
like
a
the guy
second.
with the magic wand, right? That's the head leader guy.
That's the head leader guy with the wand,
The
yeah.
Dumbledore of the KKK.
So it's easy to roll your eyes when you have, Trump, for example, being compared to Hitler. But, maybe take a second and just go, well, maybe. Maybe. I think the only thing that makes...
I think anyone who disagrees with Trump being compared to Hitler is because they don't want to be compared to Hitler and they have the same thoughts. I'm putting my
Right.
parents right in there. Like, my parents would love for people to go back to their country, and they say it like this: I don't understand. They're so stupid. They need to go back. I'm like, yeah, the contradiction of that you can't even say R and the country is America. Like, in America, it's not, what? Shut your face. You can't even say these words.
Right.
Now I'm being racist. You know what I mean?
A lot of... I do enjoy that a lot of cabinet members are leaving Trump's team. We're up to 13 members deciding to leave on their own. And when you compare it to Obama at this point in time, no one left. When you compare it to Bush before that, one person left.
Well, something tells me it's a hard job to get.
Right?
You're in the White House. You know what? I'm good. Thank you.
to get the job, you have to be someone that Trump heard about one time on Fox News. He's like, I don't know who that is, but he's tremendous. Whatever, just give him a job, make him Secretary of
Something.
Treasures. That's how you get a job in the White House.
Well,
Just get mentioned.
Who's the black guy that's Secretary of Urban Housing?
Ben
Ben
Carson.
Carson.
Ben Carson, a doctor. Well, that's not what I see. I see black, and you'll do urban housing. Okay, still a job.
But what's weird is that he's a moron too, so it was sad.
Sure, but it's
Yeah.
just interesting.
How is he a doctor?
Right. There's news coming out that the cop who was frozen in fear as there was that shooting in Las Vegas, he ended up getting fired, which good.
Oh, he should have killed the black guy. He would have stayed right in the
Right?
police force.
I thought you meant like the big mass shooting that was
Yeah,
in Vegas.
that's what I
the
mean.
one?
Yeah, and a cop knew what was going on and just stood there as the guys like a floor above shooting people.
Oh, he like heard the shots upstairs.
and knew of them.
Didn't do anything.
Officer Cordell Hendricks stood paralyzed in a Las Vegas hotel hallway, one floor beneath where the gunman rained down a torrent of bullets, killing 58 people, I think 400 injured.
Yeah, but definitely give teachers a gun. They'll know.
Right. Body camera footage, his own body camera footage,
Oh.
shows the cop failing to act while the gunman, Stephen Paddock, started shooting this country music festival from the hotel. It was the Mandalay Bay Casino, 32nd floor.
Man, we really like should encourage cops to like not shoot people whenever possible, but of all the times
Yeah.
to
Right.
not do it.
But well, you know when you're scared and when you're not. You're not scared when you're pulling somebody over at a traffic stop. You are scared when somebody's firing out a hotel
Well, if I was in
window.
that cop's shoes, part of me would be like, there's no way a guy is shooting 100 people right now, right? There can't be.
How many did he get?
58 were killed. Wow. 400 injured.
400 injured.
Biggest mass shooting in U.S. ever. Nearly
Boy, America is getting great again.
Nearly 5 minutes passed before Hendricks and his first day trainee made their way from the 31st floor to the top floor of the Las Vegas Strip Hotel.
Wait, so he's not even the first day trainee? They gave this guy a trainee?
Yes, right.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a
no.
boss. He's a boss. Oh, no. Yeah. In that time, at least one of the 3 hotel security guards with them provided the shooter's location, but the officers still remained fixed in their spots. Now, see, what is so obviously you should be fired, and you can think, well, hey, I know you're trained and it's your job, but what do you do when the time actually comes? But I guarantee this guy's at parties being like, you never know who has a weapon. It's dangerous every day. I could be at a traffic light, and you think you're just going to your glove compartment. I don't know what's in there. Blue lives matter.
I think if I was me, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I thank you for firing me because clearly this isn't what I was meant for. This is when the job is a job.
But how many people could he have saved? Really? I don't know. Because you have to get upstairs. It's not like there's a fireman's pole that you can just climb up there. You know, you have to go to either the elevator or the stairs, probably at the end of the hall, and then go back to run down the hall to where he is. It's probably a full minute or so to get up there.
And I get lost easy as is.
Oh, yeah. You wind up in the fucking,
I'm like, I just passed the ice machine.
You wind up in the banquet hall opening fire, and then that's a whole nother situation.
I know I hesitated, and I remember being terrified with fear, and I think that I froze right there in the middle of the hall. For how long, I can't say. Well, we can. Easily 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So he stood there for 5 minutes?
Yeah. 5 minutes. 1,
Oh, my God.
2, 3.
Oh, my God.
And these are seconds, people. Not minutes I'm doing seconds.
How did he get through basic training?
People aren't really shooting outside a building.
I actually do think that they need to, shoot each
person.
other. No, really, like, because who does it? One of the...
Maybe that's what these
One of the
racist
special forces?
Yeah, they actually do go through like an actual
They put
You
on
got-
a vest and like train with live ammo and stuff.
yeah, no, maybe not like real ammo, but you're not going to hurt yourself, but you are going to get shot at, so you can take that sting away. And they do a better job when it comes down to it, because your first response is to be terrified, and that's why these cops are shooting people. That's why they're standing still. That's why they're not doing the right thing, because when it comes down to it, you were not trained for this. You weren't trained in an emergency situation, so you can't tell what you're going to do.
See, I
Could
think
these racist traffic stops be actual training, and we just don't know it?
I think the cop and the trainee ordered room service right as it started, and they're like, "Okay, we could go up there and help, but if the food comes when we're not here, I'm gonna be pissed."
That's rude to workers.
Were they both waiting there for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So the trainee is like,
Well, we've
hot
all
off-
trained on jobs, and be like, "I'm shadowing you, so I don't know."
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as a trainee, I don't want to be the one like, you know what, I got this. First day on the job, but
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's blaming the trainee too much, but
Keith, have you ever had a bad day at work?
I have had a bad day at work,
It was death.
but I still worked.
Was that the day that you took a shit in someone's drawer?
Yeah.
He still made it through his shift.
I didn't cower in the corner crying. I took care of business.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
You took a shit for 5 minutes? Wow.
There's a lot. There's a lot in that milkshake.
Keith's shits are 5 minutes, including the shower after. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
So look at that. I stepped up.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't just go, oh, what am I going to do? These people were rude to my busboys.
So what was this guy's problem? What's the manifesto say? Women are evil. It's just women in general. That's what the manifesto should just say now. Women in general.
This guy was more of a mysterious one.
Yeah.
They had a hard time finding information. I think they ended up finding stuff.
Oh,
but-
so he wasn't a writer like the rest of
He
them.
found out a woman wants bitter lip looking at him.
So we don't know why he thought he did it.
I probably knew that day.
Yeah, I don't remember. That's the
Right
crazy
now,
part.
Yeah, right now I'm angry at the cop. I moved on. Okay, what am I going to do? Be angry at everybody?
I'm never too concerned with the justifications for these type of things.
Right.
It's like, oh, there isn't really going to be an answer that satisfies.
I guess. Why do I keep looking for one?
It's like, oh no, I get it.
Yeah.
Go nuts.
And they didn't have the egg sandwich. Yeah, okay.
I guess for me, it's like maybe it's too optimistic. It's like if we keep learning why people are shooting people, we can teach the younger kids not to feel that way somehow. I don't. How are you okay with watching murders happen in front of you? 58 of them. You're thrilled that people are running away from you. It's like adrenaline is right. Where are you in your brain? Who are you? Can we scan this person's brain? Did he not kill himself? They usually do.
I don't know how to fix it, but if you've seen a model of DNA, right? Mm-hmm. Get rid of the red ones.
Those are the bad ones.
Hello, people. It's not the good ones.
I love when Keith does science.
It's not the good ones. Oh, man. All right, here's a fun story. I'll leave you with this.
Thank you for once in your goddamn life.
A Canadian supermarket.
Sake.
Of course, it's about a Canadian.
Yeah. Wanted to cut down on plastic bag use, devised a scheme to publicly shame shoppers for using them. This is in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Andrea's hometown.
They would write on the plastic bags saying such as, into the weird adult video emporium, making up stores you would go to, wart ointment wholesale, the colon care co-op, so you would be embarrassed. Well, guess what? No one's embarrassed. They think it's funny. They actually got more and more bags from them. So they had to go and make tote bags with those sayings on it. Now people are using the reusable tote bags.
Well, you know what changes people's minds always is yelling at them.
Yeah.
Just calling them dumb and assholes and trying to embarrass them. Shame definitely makes people better people.
Right. Do you see my new bag? It says deplorables on it. Fuck you. I'm an idiot. All right. JP, if you want to follow you online,
I do.
here's what you do. Twitter is JP_McDade. Instagram is McDade Baby. The website is McDadeBaby.com. Too Many Cooks, I've mentioned, and I'll mention it again. It's a weekly show.
Thursday night.
Thursdays at Lucky Jack's here in the great New York City.
And it starts at 9, but get there at 8:30.
Amazing. That's, yes, exactly.
Also, just really quick, Andrea saying about the shooter, there was no manifesto, no suicide note, nothing left behind to explain the attack. But investigators believe that his motivation was to desire to die by suicide, is the quote, and to attain a certain degree of infamy via a mass casualty attack.
Well, don't hide out in a hotel room then.
So
People would easily find you. He keeps shooting people, and he's like, where's the cop to shoot me?
yeah,
I got to keep shooting. I'm right here. You hear me?
how is he human and we're human? Like, this would destroy our lives, but he's like, yes, the blood is rushing out of their brains.
Red DNA strips.
Oh, right.
Bianca, you can follow online. Bianca L. Brady on Twitter 4 years ago. Instagram, Bianca_Brady. And I'll tell you what, the new podcast,
Yes.
Whitey Puzzleman's Crossword Hour.
Listen to this show.
Do you get into puzzles, JP?
I love a good crossword.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
How often do you do it?
Every now and then. I don't
Yeah?
know. If I have a train ride or something.
Do you do the New York Times or just whatever you come across?
Yeah, the New Yorker, I like New York Magazine is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bianca, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mostly do the Times because of the show, and the app makes it easy.
Right. What's because of the show mean?
My show that I do about the Times crossword.
Which one do you
But
do?
it would be about whatever you use, I mean, right? You didn't do the title and then be like,
No, it's only about the New York
Right.
Times crossword, Keith.
yeah, it would be weird one day you did something from another magazine.
Yeah, it would.
Now everybody knows.
The
I
show
mean,
would explode.
well, we're not here to shame JP, but everybody knows the Times is the one, right?
Well, no, you could do whatever.
Yeah.
And the New Yorker.
I didn't come here to challenge myself.
The New Yorker is getting,
Okay.
Popular.
I do-
And New York Magazine too.
I do highlights. Pretty good at it.
You're
I do
smart.
Mad Magazine.
I do the same crossword puzzle over and over again.
Someday you'll get it.
Yeah.
What's going on your calendar over there?
I was looking at a couple of dates I got for you. Got Too Many Cooks Thursday. Also doing a roast battle at New York Comedy Club. And then
Against who? Do you know?
Dino DiMartino in the
Okay.
first round of their tournament.
Oh.
And then Friday I'm at the Bitter End with Janine Garofalo. Precious Metal also in Brooklyn that day. And then I'll be at Caroline's and Stand Up New York on Saturday.
Exciting.
All right. Everything's at the website, McDadeBaby.com.
It's not, but
It's not.
follow me on social media.
Not only is it not, he won't have time to put it on there. So go to social media.
You can listen to my podcast on your way.
Yes.
Sick.
By the way, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I do? I buy the New York Times. I open up the crossword puzzle. I press play. I just start writing. And then I leave it out with... no, just
Life
leave it out.
hack.
That's
Nice.
right. Yeah. I'd get better times if you talked faster. But sometimes, you really extrapolate
I
on a word
can't.
and I can't make a world record.
This is my one pace.
Right. What am I going to do?
I can't help it.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thanks for picking up the album. I appreciate that.
Make sure you have it. I'm Dating Your Mom is the title. And don't forget to share this show so we can keep making more.